Hey everybody, welcome to another Illustrator CS6 tutorial. My name is Buddy Blackford. Today we're going to start going over smart guides. And basically what smart guides are is they're temporary guides that pop up when you start dragging stuff along, and you're able to use them as like a snap to kind of thing. So they'll show up along anchor points and edges and things like that. So what you need to do to get started here is open up or create a document that has multiple layers or multiple objects in it. And now each of these dogs I've got here is its own little layer. So we've got that going on here. And once you get that done, go ahead and select your selection tool. And then go ahead and click on one of your objects and start dragging it. Now you can see these green lines that are popping up. Now those are actually your smart guides. And the smart guides, they appear when you start clicking and dragging, and they disappear when you let go of the actual mouse button. So as you can see, they're moving along. Now there's a couple cool things I can tell you about using smart guides. The first thing is there's a hotkey that you can use to show and hide the smart guides, and that is Control U. So if I press Control U right now, it should have hid the smart guides, which I just pressed it, and now I'm moving this along and now you don't see them. If the smart guides are annoying to you, then go ahead and do that. You can also do it by going up to the View menu, go to View, and then Smart Guides is on here, right here, and that way I just turned them back on. And these, I like to keep them on because they help me align things correctly. Now, if I click and drag, notice where the lines are showing up. They're just at random spots. They're not really random, but they're at different spots, various areas of my dog that I'm moving around. If I go ahead and I hold down Control, it's going to always use the center of the object here. And that way, you can line things up with the center. So I can line it up with the center of this dog, and right now this is trying to line it up with the center of that line down there. And I can line it up with the center of the mustache, that pink mustache down there. So holding down Control will get you the center alignment going on there. And then as well on a Mac, if you're using a Mac, that's going to be the Command key. So Control and Command are interchangeable on Mac and PC. Now we have the ability to adjust these smart guides and change the color, remove that little box and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and figure out how to do that. It's in the Preferences. So go up here to your menu bar and go to Edit, Preferences, and then Smart Guides is the one that we want to go to. We can change the color here. And then there's all these different checkboxes that are going on here. We've got alignment guides, and that displays the guides along the center and the edges of the objects. It can go along the artboard, or it can go along the bleeds as well. Then we've got anchor and path labels, and that's just going to display the path, intersection, and anchor point information. So like where the little X's are when you're dragging around. Oops, sorry about that. Forgot that that's going to make that big annoying noise. So the next thing that we got is object highlighting. And this highlights objects below the pointer as you drag. Then we've got measurement labels. And you can select this or deselect it if you want to display the tool or object location, that information. We've got transform tools here. And if you want to select that, it'll display the information when you scale, rotate, or shear the objects. And I haven't gone over those yet, but you can kind of get an idea of how that would work. Then we got construction guides. And when you select this, it displays guides as you draw new objects. and you can specify the points here. So pretty much 90 degrees and 45-degree angles. When you're drawing, these will help you be able to figure out what a 90-degree angle is and what a 45-degree angle is. When you're drawing, it'll show up as a smart guide. That way you can draw perfect angles. If you think you're going to be drawing 30-degree angles, then go ahead and set that. And then there are custom angles. So I select this, and we got our custom angles down here. And then we got snapping tolerance, and that's how close the object has to be before it snaps to the guide. So that's there are objects here. So let's go ahead and try some things. We'll change this to magenta, and I'm going to take off measurement labels and hit OK. And now when I'm dragging, that little box isn't showing up, and I got a different color. So if you're working in a project and a lot of your things are bright green, you might want to change it to a different color so that your guides aren't the same color as your project. So that's pretty much it on smart guides. Now you guys know all about them and how to use them correctly and everything. And go ahead into the preferences and uncheck and go ahead and mess around with things so you can figure out what's going on and what they do. So thanks a lot for watching, and everybody, I hope you have a good day.